Are you tired of the violence, tired of the injustice, police brutality, rampant discrimination, lack of gun control in this failed biased socioeconomic experiment called America? Or maybe you need a break from the relentless grind and want to regain control of your destiny, your wealth, your health, and your purpose. DiversifiedGame.com has the right course for you. Prepare for my first trip to Africa. Looking to reconnect with your roots, start a new business, or just a fresh start. Africa, aka the motherland, is waiting. Don't let the Chinese and the Mzungus have the fun and also take over the motherland. From Cairo to Mombasa, from Dakar to Cape Town, Africa has something for everyone, from business opportunities to the most amazing people, safety, leisure, and landscapes. The opportunities abound. It is time for the diaspora to reconnect with their roots. Time to reconnect with the birthplace of humanity. Africa is the last frontier. Get your head in the game and reclaim your legacy. The writing is on the wall. Babylon is falling. Give up the stress, grind, and violence inflicted on our people on this continent and prepare for a journey of restoration enjoyed by connecting with the land of your ancestors. Check out our new course and kick off your adventure at DiversifiedGame.com.
Hello everyone, it's me, Demetra, Kaye of the Demetra Kaye Show here on YouTube and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel and the African Diaspora News Insider. If you can please do me a favor and subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So on June 30th in South Los Angeles, there was a firework explosion. Now, the police department said that it was planned, but others begged to differ because 17 people were injured, including one police officer and an ATF agent. Now, what happened was a resident by the name of Arturo Sejas, he illegally had about 5,000 pounds of fireworks at his house. And so the LAPD and the ATF went to confiscate those things. And in order to get rid of them, they said they had to explode it in a special vehicle made to sustain explosions. But the good part about this is, as the news anchor there was trying to, not the anchor, but the reporter was trying to explain why the police officers and the ATF had to do what they did there in the black and brown community, the anchors at the studio took her to task and says, well, I hear what you're saying, but did they need to do that? And so she couldn't really explain it anymore. So she called over the fire chief, and he said the following.
Our anchors are very concerned. I'm sorry, we're live on TV right now, that they are thinking that this was done just in this neighborhood. And I know that this is something that you guys do basically in every neighborhood when it comes to this type of explosives. Can you explain to me why the decision was made to try and explode them here versus travel with them?
Sure. So when the techs find a substance that's really volatile and very dangerous, they try to detonate it in place because it's just too dangerous to transport on a normal vehicle because of obviously an explosion. So they made that decision to detonate it in place. There's a certain criteria on the substance and the circumstances for that. So they are following protocols, training, and also national standards as to when to do this. So this is done when that criteria fits. I don't have the specific details of all that criteria, but this is done it's been done in many different neighborhoods.
So he too was trying to explain that we don't, we do this actually in all kind of neighborhoods and cities, but that still wasn't washing very well with the anchors at the studio. And then they followed up with this.
So we don't just want to take his side and his word. Well, there's an investigation, or there are two sides to this story.
Also, Joy, I'm curious if it's that volatile, if it's such a danger to take on the freeway, to take on the streets, you're in a neighborhood, why not take your time like we do with investigations where there are crime scenes, split up the fireworks, put it on separate vehicles. We all know there is no rush when you have something that volatile. It's almost like a military operation.
And so as you saw there, they're like, wait a minute, yeah, we get it. However, I'm sure there was other ways to do it, but hey, black and brown people live there. And I want to say also a big shout out to Kendrick38 from Instagram. It was actually his footage. He highlighted and said, hey, this is what they do, and this is why the police need to be defunded, because they make excuses to harm black and brown people. But again, big ups to those anchors for not letting that news reporter off the hook with getting away with explaining as to why they needed to harm 17 people. Now, those people within that neighborhood say, hey, they didn't tell us that they were going to do that. They didn't come knock on the doors and say, hey, you know, we're going to do an explosion in your neighborhood. You might want to evacuate because you could get hurt. Now, it should also be said that a lot of the homes were damaged. As I said, 17 people were hurt. Cars, the windows were busted out, and even one car flipped over. So it was pretty bad there. But they are being taken to task because they didn't warn the black and brown people that lived there in that South LA neighborhood. Typical, right? Because we know they wouldn't have done that in Beverly Hills, Brentwood, or anywhere else where white, rich people live. All right. So for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.
If you are over the age of 35, stop everything you're doing right now. After a lifetime of eating fatty foods, you may run the risks of a stroke or heart attack due to plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. To learn how you can reduce your risks, visit youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today. This may be a life-changing call for you or someone you love. Thank you, and we hope to hear from you.
Hello, everyone. Please make sure you subscribe to the African Diaspora News Channel app on these platforms.